Oh, you're live on Twitch?
Oh, you're live on
No,
Twitch?
I'm not
Yeah.
live
Who's
on
live on Twitch?
Twitch. It's not
Oh.
Twitch. I'm just recording so we have the demo.
Okay. Um. So, like I said, okay, MP Tournament 1 would be nice. I literally just got out of a fucking. Okay, or don't. Okay. Um. Like I said, I'm just gonna go over the sheer basics here. The Cascade week we can go a little more in depth, but just to give you like basic bullshit. So, I'll go over like 2 different mids, then how to hold, then how to push. Like so. Um, for the mid, there are going to be 2 mids I teach you guys. You're either going to funnel players waterfall or you're going to funnel players lower. That's going to be one or the other. The default should be waterfall in my opinion, but whichever works better for you. There's also a couple of ones where like you could send soldier onto their bats and stuff like that. But like I said, these are definitely a little easier to execute. So, um your combo, so but you basically, if you're doing the waterfall mid, everyone is rowing out bottom left. Your NG and your sniper can splinter off to bats, and your sniper's main job is to just maintain the sight line and hopefully win SVS. Your heavy and your soldier are going to be going waterfall, and the rest of your team, demo, pyro, scout, medic, are going to be kind of just trying to do what you can to play behind middle of point or lean towards right side. It's meant to be a pretty fast mid because you aren't really having many people, like really anyone consistently watch under besides maybe your NG on bats. So once like your combos are ready, you need to call, hey, like waterfall play, like your waterfall players go, and then you guys just walk over point. The fuck. I thought my cat was in my room. I swear I heard something. I'm losing my fucking mind. Anyways, you have your waterfall players go. As you guys walk over the point, the entire idea is you collapse players on shield. If they happen to be right, as you guys are doing waterfall and stuff, like if they're mainly orienting around the rock, this is a pretty easy fight from your guys' perspective. It's just the waterfall players, like your soldier can try and like get down, like go behind and stuff, and your heavy can, once he drops down, can kind of just play on their shield and do what you can to kind of control ground. Possibly even rotate over to the right if you want to, if you're at decent HP and they're eating shit. And like the demo spam angles are pretty easy to just fucking there if you need to peek right. Like they're all gonna eat shit. Rockmids are bad, is my point. Um, and yeah, you guys walk over point, collapse on these guys, and hopefully win the mid. Um, if you're doing the under mid, it works basically the same, but it's slightly different. Your NG snipers still should be up here, main core combos playing, behind point. Soldier and heavy, though, instead of going waterfall, they go under. You guys try and do your best to immediately take under. Don't insta walk in. Make sure they aren't also funneling like players in under. But once you like try and make it as fast as you can, just note that like if like as heavy you aren't like being very careful here, and same thing with soldier, you're going to get mulched and it's not going to be fun, so be wary. You guys get up on this wall, you tell your combo you're ready, your demos are like, all right, peek under, team your heavy soldier peeks under, combo walks over point. um Again, soldier can either bomb behind or he can try and jump on like combo or something like that. Or and like your heavy's just kind of like peeking, clear shield, and then look at shit on the right. Combo, same thing. You walk over point. I left spy out of both of these because basically it's the same thing. No matter the mid, you're either gonna walk one side or the other. If you want to walk right, that's fine. You can. What I would personally do, you walk right, jump on these rocks up here, you get on this here, and like you can either stab from here to get on someone on rock, you could go over here, and then like on spy you can make this jump. I know I'm on scout, but on spy you can make this jump. Or because you can't do it from here yet. On spy from around where the top like behind waterfall, from here you can jump on the bats if you want to get on the sniper, or you could just kind of decloak on the rock fast as your team walks. The second rollout, I mean, if you want to go water, you can, but it's the same idea as whether you're going water or you're crossing left on the floor. You go left on the rocks. You can either jump up here and you can make this jump and get on bats and get on their sniper, Or, like before, you can decloak on this rock and stab someone on shield. No matter the mid, one of the two, whichever you find more comfortable in the situation. Main things is just for Cascade, you really want to be fast here. And like with your players going like the second angle, um, like getting over the point can be very quick, and if they're caught off guard, it's really difficult on this map to not kind of like be in like a ball. So your demo should be doing a fuck ton of damage on most of these mids, especially like I said, if they're right side, if they're left side, lobbing stickies over the shield is very like powerful, and it's very difficult if you lose momentum on the mid to like retake it and actually win it. So whichever team like gets momentum first basically is going to win it. So that's why you want to be walking pretty fast and trying to coordinate it as much as possible. And like I said, play around your sniper and your bats as you're walking up, have them help you hold this angle down. Any questions about the mid? Cool. What's up?
I do have one.
Yeah, what's up?
Where do we go for rollout? Like, from spawn, what's the fastest way to mid?
From spawn, you want to go bottom left. Your NG and sniper can splinter off around the ramp here to go to bats. Like tally spots, by the way, I'll go over those real quick. You can put a tally down here or down here. You can put a tally in the house next to the ammo pack. Some goofy players put it here. That's up to you. But yeah, everyone goes bottom left. NG sniper splinter here. If you're going water, your soldier and heavy goes top left. Otherwise, they could kind of cross right and go down. It is faster for your soldier and heavy to like splinter off here if you're going under and like walk through here. Your buff wouldn't be as good, but if you want to do that, you also can do that. So whichever you find better. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Anyone else? I'll take like one or two more.
Off roll, where does scout go again? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, so bottom left with your beam, you're walking through, just and then for the mid, play in front of your demo to the best of your ability. Keep shit off of them. Make as much room as you can as you guys are walking up. Yeah, you go bottom left with your team. Make your
Alright,
med
awesome.
as fast
Thank
as
you.
possible. Yep. Okay. When you guys are holding, I'll just go over two holds here. You're either going to be forward, like kind of playing on the point, or you're going to be back around your shield. The main idea when you're playing on the point is whatever side they are, you're meeting them. If they're going concrete, like demo, scout, med, etc., should be meeting them on the left, not really letting them get a whole lot of room. If they're going right in valley, you get the same thing. You play to meet. Just in general, like scout, demo, med, pyro, you're gonna be playing to meet them. Your soldier can be playing like in their waterfall. He can be like just kind of playing up top and monitoring. He can be playing, if he doesn't want to play there, he can be playing like kind of around like the right rocks. He can be playing in their house. That's also very good. You can be in their house kind of controlling their bats, seeing if you can get any picks or spot. By the way, just a little thing that I will mention now. If you're the soldier, okay, and you hear that their sniper is on forklift, all you gotta do, it's very simple. You bomb from here over the wall. You land on forklift, you two rocket him, he dies. It's cool. Anyways, just thought I'd mention that as I'm talking about soldier now, because forklift can be a bitch for like middle div or low div teams to deal with. So that's like the immediate hard counter if you're seeing that a lot. Your heavy is going to kind of just be playing around your sniper. Couple other alternative spots you could kind of play around like the top of the rocks on either side depending on where they're at. I will say the rocks on the concrete are better to be on since you can't see through this, and if you're crouching it's almost impossible to see you, and this angle can be really funny. But yeah, this head glitch is pretty good if you guys are forward left. The head glitch there is not as good, but it's usable if you guys are on the right. Otherwise, you just play around your sniper. Your sniper's right. You play around here. Your sniper's like on point. You could kind of play around the right rock, kind of chill out. Left, you could play around shield. Same thing with your Angie. You are protecting your sniper. You can have a mini fucking wherever the hell you want on point. You know, dispenser try to be on their shield if possible, or you can put it back wherever the fuck. Just the point is be around your sniper. And then, yeah, for medic, when it comes to like being careful about angles and stuff like that, since you're meeting, like if there's snipers called to be in valley or above valley, stuff like that, you want to be playing around right. This is going to be the main angle you want to use. If he's left, you can play around here. You know, just do your best to like play out of the angles. I will say Cascade is like one of, if not like, eh, I would say it isn't as hard as Lakeside. It is definitely one of the hardest maps to live on though. So both meds should be dying more than expected. I wouldn't get like too up in arms about it, but med survivability on this map can be kind of dog shit. Um, and then yeah, sniper. There's some like basic angles. You know, you could play right, watching concrete, point. You could play left. Something I probably should go over because I forgot. So apologies. If you guys are playing passive holding or like during the mid or whatever, when it comes to angles, you can use on sniper that aren't just bats if you need to play in other spots. You can technically peek like a kind of like product pixel. You can kind of like watch left. You can kind of peek a little bit of bats. You can watch this. You can go to sheet metal. You can stand here. You can watch from up here. Um, I I think this is kind of weird, but some snipers play up here. Some snipers play under bats. Um, but yeah, so like if you guys are passive holding, those are going to be the main spots you use. But if you guys are forward, like power spots are just going to be like forward right, you know, aggro point, kind of like watching down here or something like that. I think on the rocks, you can also watch top right. Same thing with like being like passive, kind of like here, playing this angle. So, um, then your spy is going to be playing in their house. Whatever you can do to be in their house, be top right, you just spot them to the best of your ability. Where's sniper? Where's beam? That's about it. Um, when it comes to passive holding, and I'll get into Ubers after that. I mean, it's your stereotypical cough Uber, you know, demo scout, scouts down, you know, demo pyro. Do your best to have them use first. It's really easy to get a fuck ton of spam into them, so realistically, you should be having better Ubers here unless something fucks up. Anywho, when it comes to the passive hold, it's basically like mid. You know, you guys are generally meant to be orienting right. You know, demo can play more towards like the middle of the point. The scout can be bouncing around the rocks, like kind of just chilling and spotting. Your soldier can still be in their water if he lives up there, but if he can't be up there, he can be your waterfall to like kind of not let their players get through. And also the spam angle from up here into their shield is pretty good. So he can be up there. Pyro's just kind of chilling behind point. You know, you can keep an eye on under, chill the fuck out. Already talked about demo. Your heavy is going to be on the rock, and if he is not on the rock, he is going to be under. Pick one. NG's wherever the fuck your sniper is. If you want to, you can have a mini here to keep an eye on under, in case like if they peek it, the mini has to die first, and then your team will know shit's coming from under. Your medic. I'm not a huge fan of like hard like hugging this wall if at all possible. Same thing with kind of like Asheville or even like product is you want to have some ability to control when or when not you're eating shit. So I would do your best to kind of play off of it a little bit. You can't play all the way back here realistically unless you know you have under. So like just trying to do your best to like kind of like play off of it if you need to, like just do your best to play the diagonals here. But I would only go here if you absolutely have to. Not too great. And then yeah, spy again, similar shit, or just kind of playing, doing your best to survive. Even in the passive hold, you're kind of just chilling. Bats is gonna probably be one of the best picks you can get. Also, there's a bunch of like funny drop stabs from here, from like sheet metal. Sometimes I'll fucking see like spies. I kind of go here. It's not as good, but I'll sometimes see this to see if people will go through. Like I will, but yeah, like main point I'm getting at is you just kind of chill up top around bats, around bridge, sheet metal, stuff like that. Spot them, do what you can to get drop stabs as they come through. If you can't, do your best to harass them off of bats. Oh, that's cool. Anyways, um, So, and then yeah, I already talked about Ubers. If you guys are playing for like sacks and stuff, it's really difficult from like the offensive team to properly sack into your med unless he is purposefully playing forward. So like kind of playing like if you guys are like playing left, like your med playing kind of like on their shield and stuff and like kind of just keeping an eye out is generally going to be fine. But then once bombs come in, you can back the fuck up. But normally you're seeing like dryad forces normally, so you shouldn't be too worried about sacks. But like if that becomes a problem, let me know and I can go a little more in detail for it. But again, shouldn't be. Any questions about holding? I'll take like one or two.
Are there any
What's
are there any like random bullshit that might work?
random bullshit that might work? I'll give you the main like. Oh, what the fuck is going on with my frame rate? Am I good? Am I dying? Hello, game? Okay, thank you. um, it's gonna mainly be in their house. I sometimes see heavies in here. I see fucking, soldiers. I sometimes see demos jump up here and put traps. I see fucking. Okay, I'll be honest. I haven't seen a sniper in here. But like the point that I'm getting at is if you want to do funny shit, you want to have people playing like really aggressive off angle, see if you can catch something. It's gonna be in bats. It's going to be in house on the stairs, stuff like that, due to like how versatile the rotates are and stuff like that. And a lot of these like if I'm like a heavy, for example, and I'm kind of just like chilling here, or I'm like kind of like meandering around stairs or whatever, like kind of like watching these angles, like it's gonna be pretty easy for me to at least trade out. So, if you want to do funny shit, it's in there.
All right.
Okay. When you guys are pushing, the entire idea, like with most Koth maps, is you're trying to transition it over to basically playing it like a mid in terms of like the general positioning. You guys want to basically always be going out left, in my opinion, on like on evens, on disads, stuff like that. If you guys have ad, concrete can work. I just find that concrete can be very suffocating, especially if you aren't 100% sure on how to do it. These sniper angles can get really fucked really quickly, and I wouldn't do it. If it works for you, that's fine. You have most of your players like kind of chill out on concrete. NG sniper should still be playing top left though, or if you want your sniper to go forklift and be goofy, he can. Like the angle's good. So if they aren't like protecting it, this is a thing you can do. But like I don't want to discount it. Like it's a good angle. But anyhow. Otherwise, your NG, your sniper, stuff like that are going to be in bats. Your soldier can be like kind of like chilling on left, getting ready to get really aggressive through waterfall. Also, as you're pushing, your sniper, if he wants to, if it's free, you can peek your waterfall. This is a good angle. I like it. Anyways, and then yeah, like the big chunk of your players, demo your main combo. You're going to be kind of peeking left here. Careful of that. You walk up, you take your shield, turn into a mid fight, basically get players and their respective positions and try and get some kind of momentum to either get Ubers out or take the point off a dry. If you guys are going bottom left, main thing you want to be doing first, you want to do your best to set up your sniper. I can't 100% remember. I'm trying to think, I think I've seen a sniper up here, but I cannot 100% confirm. I don't think so looking at it. It might have been an older version, but your sniper's mainly going to be playing top left, trying to like start peeking and getting angles onto like your shield and stuff like that. You can also play down here if you want, like kind of like here watching. You're Can you look through? I wonder if you can shoot through these. Side tangent. Anyways, rest of your combos, just like I said, taking top left. You don't really need anyone going concrete at the immediately. Everyone can be going top left, and then like your NG, your etc., your soldier, heavy, whatever can splinter to water, splinter to bats. Same thing with sniper, and then your combo, you can just kind of walk bottom left. The main thing you have to be worrying about is sniper pressure, like their sniper being on point or on your shield. which is why you're trying to set up your sniper beforehand to like have the angle in some form or another, at least be contesting it. So you guys can make this walk up easier. You know, your med's meant to really be like hugging right wall for the most part, and then like kind of like doing his best to peek out, go here, and then you've gotten through the hard part. You can have your soldier. I don't remember the exact bomb angles. Honestly, soldier kind of blows on old Asheville, or this version of Asheville that you guys are playing, but there are a couple like bomb angles or ways to get out through onto their bats that isn't just waterfall. I would have to double check with my soldier though. But yeah, there are ways to get over there. Yeah, you guys walk bottom left, shove them off your shield, shove them off your rock, turn it into a mid fight. You know, when it comes to Ubers, do your best to see if you can get like soldier or somebody like, you know, spy, whatever, behind for the post. You guys are, your main job with the Uber is to not lose all the ground you're trying to create. If when the Ubers are done, you still have some form of point control, then that's like a good exchange from like an offensive side, especially like if you aren't down players and you still have room on point. You know, edging cap at this immediately like after that, you know, once you start having some room is pretty comfortable as long as your demo's like kind of outright around like one of the small packs and stuff like that, and like other people are playing in front of the cappers, you guys should be good. And then yeah, if you're on pretty bad disad, your main idea is to be at least trying to get him to force. Like if you walking concrete, walking bottom left, you know, you can try and get like I would say definitely if you're trying to force him or drop him, you're trying to get like sniper people in waterfall, you're trying to get people behind, or at least get somewhat more aggressive, and then you can start bombing, and then you can start sending players in. Main thing to keep in mind is your medic needs to really be evading shitty if you don't want to just immediately have it go back to evens and not have ad. Your med needs to be playing further back than you know, probably immediately thinks he should. But anywho, any questions about Cascade?
When should we treat the like taking say they have the point and they have Uber and we have like do we treat taking an ad Uber if they don't and taking an exchange if they do? It's pretty much the same way if we're pushing.
If you're so like if you're pushing and you're on ad, do you take the Uber the same as you would on evens? Is that
Yeah.
what you're?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The main difference is same thing with the other Koth maps. You really want your soldier and your spy to be collapsing in with it. It's like, you know, same premise, you know, you scout demo over point or whatever, but you really need to like soldier can get flashed and like bomb over your spy like off of bats or in main or something like that can be stabbing in, but you need to have more people collapsing than just like demo and scout. Unless like their med is horrifyingly caught in, like he's right in front of your face. If you could get into that habit of like having your soldier, having your spy help you in these ad Ubers to catch their med and then subsequently the rest of their team, you're gonna be in a pretty good spot. So that is the main difference, is just make your players aren't living for post. Your players are trying to help you catch their med and take ground.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Anything else? Okay. I know that was like pretty, you know, bare bones, but once it comes to Cascade Week, I'll do my best to be a little more, you know, whatever. But that's like, you know, the main things for Cascade. If you guys should be fine, especially during preseason. So let me know if you need anything. DM me. I'll do my best to help. And yeah, you guys have a good rest of your night.
All right, you too.
You too. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Oh, I was gonna ask him to go over the snipers.
Fucking say something. You had so much time. Sniper.
I did get the top left thing though.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna point out, AV is gonna have so much fucking fun chilling in their house. Fucking.